Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me in the Be the Change to See the Change group today. For those of you who I haven't met yet, I'm Aleckson. I am a transformational speaker, author, and a direct voice channel for all that is, creating transformation through the vibrational frequency of the word. So what that means is that as we speak, as I speak, as the words come through me, the vibration of those words is also having an effect on your energy field in as much as it needs to. It's determined by your own soul, by your own higher self. So thank you for joining me for day one of Activate Your Changemaker DNA. If you're watching on the replay, you might want to just skip forward a couple of minutes. We're just getting ourselves ready, making sure we have everything here with us, and then we will dive straight in as people start to join us. And hello, somebody has just joined us, so I'd love for you to say hello. Let me know that you're here. Let me know what you are hoping to receive from this process of activating your Changemaker DNA. What is it that you're seeking? And any questions that you might have right up front here. Obviously, you will receive questions, or you'll have a desire to ask questions as we move further through, and you're welcome to ask them as they come up. I will do the process, start the conversation, and then of course we will do what we always do, because that's what we're here for. We will answer your burning questions, answer your questions to serve you personally into your evolution, into your activation. Hello, Inara. Lovely to see you as always. Thank you so much for joining me. And I'm looking forward to having a private conversation with you in the not too distant future. I see that you've booked one of my manifesting frequency sessions, so I'll look forward to seeing you there. Linda, hello. Thank you for joining us from your phone. So I see that you received my response to your email. Thanks for joining me. And again, we're here for day one of Activate Your Changemaker DNA. If you're watching the replay, skip ahead a few minutes. That way you'll miss out on the chit chat and me saying hello to those beautiful members of the group who are joining me live. So skip ahead if you're watching the replay. If you are here either on the replay or live and you think there's someone that you would like to share this with, it is being beamed live into a group, Be the Change to See the Change for Changemakers. So if they're not members of this group, they won't be able to see it. But what I'd love for you to do, if you think they get something from this group or from this event that we're having, Activate Your Changemaker DNA, share the link for them to sign up for it, or just simply invite them into the group and let them know what's happening. Obviously, I can't approve them into the group until tomorrow, until after this, because I'm not doing it while I'm live. I need to bring all my focus into the moment. So if there's anyone that you want to invite into the group, please do so. If there's anyone who's in the group that you think is interested in being part of this Activate Your Changemaker DNA session that we're doing today, then please let them know that we're live so that we can get some more energy going here, bringing in more and more people. With the algorithms in Facebook and such, it oftentimes now I'm noticing that in groups we don't necessarily receive notifications for when people go live and things like that. So again, as I said, if you've got someone in the group that you know was looking forward to seeing this, or that you think could benefit from it, please tag them so they know where to find us. Because I do want to start the process in a very specific way, and so I want to ensure that we've got as many people with us as we possibly can have to get started. Thanks so much for joining me. For those who are now starting to come into the room, let me know that you're here, and let me know, and for everyone who's already here, just let me know what you would like to receive from me for these 3 Facebook Lives that we're doing today, tomorrow, and the next day, all around activating your Changemaker DNA. So what is it that you want to receive here? And what questions would you like to have answered around how you can step into your purpose and be the being that you already are that, but which you're possibly holding back from being. And also, if you are already a change maker, consider yourself a change maker and don't quite know how to manifest that into the world, ask those questions as well. So any questions that you have. Alicia Rose, hello, lovely to see you. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to pop into the comments why you're here or what you would like to receive from the Activate Your Changemaker DNA Facebook Lives that we're doing today, tomorrow, and the next day. Any questions that you have around that. But I'd love to know what it is that you're here to receive. What is it that you are looking to receive here in this moment in time, in this space, in this place that we're gathering together today? 1:11 p.m. I think it is the perfect time to get started. So let's do that, shall we? Let me start by saying again, thank you so much for joining me and for playing with me in this realm, because for me it is play. And this is what I want to convey to you about your work in the world. It is play as well. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that I receive an idea to do something like exactly what I'm doing, because there are people out there who are wanting to step more into their purpose. And so I receive an idea and I just simply put it out there and start playing with it. What could it look like? What should it look like? Who might come and play with me? All of these sorts of things. And I just let it evolve from that. And that's how it should be for you as well. Now, I'm using the word should because there's not another word in the English language that I could use there. But when I say should, I don't mean you must go and do it, and I don't mean that it's the only way to do it. What I mean is that it could be this way for you as well, if you choose, and if it's what you desire, because it's all about what you desire. That's the whole point. So thank you for joining me. Thank you. I see you here as well, Tara. Lovely to have you here. Please let me know in the comments what it is that you would like to receive from this experience over the next 3 days that we're doing it. And I'll then be sure to include anything in what you're asking that I have not already. Well, to be honest, I haven't planned anything. This is going to be, as it always is with me, a conversation, a free-flowing conversation that will be led by your questioning, that will be led by what you need from me. It always is. So let's get into the process. What I'd like to do is and please, if anybody is joining us as I'm in this process, for those of you who are already here, I would love for you to perhaps pop into the comments for anybody who joins later, just to ask them to share what it is that they're here to receive from this event, but also let them know that we are already in the process, and they can just simply slip in and join us by taking a few deep breaths and coming into this space. So that's what you and I are going to do, those of you who are with me on the replay or live right now. Please understand, if you're on the replay, that it makes no difference. Where this comes from is a place of no time and no space, multi-dimensional. And so whenever you're viewing it, whenever you're part of it, it's right now. And what I mean by that is you can receive everything that is happening in this moment, whether you're watching it later or whether you're watching it in the past or whether you're watching it now. And as well as receiving any of the activations that are happening, you can pop in your questions and they will continue showing up for me and I will continue answering them for you. Okay, so what I'd like to invite you to do is to take a nice, well, close your eyes first of all. And I want you to just take in a nice deep breath in through your nose, all the way down to your belly. And just breathe out. As you breathe out, just allow yourself to come into this moment in time and space and relax. Nice deep breath in again through your nose, all the way down to your belly. And as you breathe out, I want you to open yourself to receive. Just simply allow yourself to be open to receiving for your highest good, if you so choose, of course. Another deep breath in through your nose, all the way down to your belly. And as you breathe out, again, just allow yourself to receive exactly what you need to receive from this activation, from this transmission, from this moment in time, and from your own higher self, your own guides, your own God, your own all that is. And when you're ready, just open your eyes. If you choose to, of course, you can listen to this with your eyes closed the whole time. Please excuse me with my glasses on and off and my rubbing my nose. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. It's not mine to question, but rather to just allow what wants to come through to come through. So let's talk about you, because you're far more interesting than I am. Let's talk about you. Let me tell you what I know about you. I know that you came here to change the world. I know that you came here to change the world. I have no doubt about that. I absolutely, unequivocally know that you came here to change the world in your own very, very special way, unique way, by being who you are. And look, there's some steps to get to that, to know who you are, to be willing to be who you are in the world. And there's magic that happens when you truly understand that being you is your gift, or at least part of it. Let's call it the wrapping on the gift that is you. You are the gift that you're here to give to the world as a change maker. And if you're here right now in this time and space, and I'm not just talking about in this little gathering, but on this planet, you've come here to change the world, because it's perfect timing, right? Every single being on this planet at this time came here to change the world in their own unique, divine way. Some people are going to change the world in a way that has others hate them for it. And still more people are going to be changing the world in ways that will have others love them for it. Neither is right or wrong. It's all exactly what needs to happen. Now, of course, I know that I'm talking to the people who have come to change the world in a positive way, who have come to spend their time raising their own vibrational frequency in order to become that which they came here to be, in order to be willing and able to be themselves fully, weirdly, beautifully, and to unwrap the gift that they are into the world, so that others around them can also step into their change maker energy. So as we're speaking to you, we are in your energy field. Everyone who's here with us now, whether you're here with us in the past, right now, or in the future, what you might call watching the replay, you're a change maker. You came here to create change in the world. Many of you know exactly how you are here to do that. And yet, many of you are not yet doing it. You're not trusting yourself enough, or you're not trusting the universe enough, or you're not trusting the people around you enough. But mostly you're not trusting yourself enough. in order to step into who you truly are and to just simply be that in the world. And so that's why we stand before you in our weird self, doing what it is that we do in order to encourage you, to show you that it's safe to do so. Because we know many of you have a history of not being safe to be yourself in the world. And we want to advise you, so to speak, that those times are done. Those times are done. You'll not be hung on the cross again, so to speak. You'll not be dipped in the water until you drown, or indeed lit alight in order to prove yourself as not being that which they would eradicate, so to speak. And so please just simply sit with us, speak with us, and by that we mean ask your questions. We have lots. Thank you, Michelle. You've just distracted me, but we have lots of energetic work that's happening right in this moment. Allow yourself to feel it if you want to feel it. Just allow it to happen for you. You've shown up here in this little gathering for a specific reason, to receive what is being given. And we are here now to answer any questions that you have about your change maker. While this is all happening, the DNA is coming through. You may be able to feel it. It's almost like there's a stream of consciousness. Indeed, there is a stream of consciousness coming in, flowing into your heart, flowing into your heart, flowing into your heart. We can also feel it for some of you flowing in through the back of your neck, almost from the crown and the way down. It doesn't matter where it's coming from. It's the stream of consciousness that is activating your changemaker DNA. Now, what does that mean for you on a practical level? That means that you will find yourself starting to take steps towards being on purpose more than you ever have before. That means that all of a sudden you will not see the roadblocks on the way. You will start to simply step over them, or they will just not be there at all. In other words, you will increase your level of courage to be yourself in the world. You will increase your ability and your willingness to take your masks off and be seen for who you really are, to share with others what you know, to share who you are, to share your gifts, and to be the gift that you came to be in the world. We're unwrapping it as we speak to you. And now we will see if there are any questions. We will answer any questions. Hello, everybody that's joining us. Thank you so much. If you're just joining us, please understand that we just did a little activation up at the beginning of the call. And if you missed it, I want you to go back and watch it, of course, if you desire to. I'm not here to tell you what to do in any way, shape or form. Michelle, that's so funny. You distracted me when you said rubbing nose. It's lies. It's actually, there's a dent from my glasses, and because I'm hot and sweaty, it's itchy. So, so that's what that is. Let me just pop in and scroll through the comments and catch up with everybody. Fabulous. Okay, Linda. Yeah, to get onto your purpose, Linda. Look, you're on the path, Linda, aren't you? You're on the path, but you're letting life distract you. And that's okay. It's human nature. It's what we're here to do. We're here to live. And so we have to do some things outside of our purpose. But let me tell you this, you're never off purpose. That's the whole point. You are never off purpose. If you are somewhere where you are perhaps looking and thinking, I shouldn't be here, then I guarantee that there's something that's going to happen throughout that experience that will add to the gift that you are, that will enhance the gift that you are, that will give you greater powers to be that gift in the world. We all fall off the edge far too easily. Indeed. All right. Beautiful. And thank you, Michelle, for that lovely, I look amazing. Fabulous. Thank you so much. Tara. Okay, so Tara, look, the simple answer to that, of course, so Tara's was saying, I'm not knowing the vehicle to do that. In other words, the way to be her purpose in the world. This physical body is your vehicle. Look deeply into the screen, Tara, and anybody else that wishes to. You are the physical manifestation of God. You are the physical manifestation of the non-physical you. This body is your vehicle for manifesting. This body is your gift. This body is your purpose, or it carries within it your purpose. Within it, your brain, your heart, your soul, your ability to touch, ability to manifest, create into reality. This is your vehicle to do it. Now, we know that many of you neglect the vehicle because you don't understand the importance of it. You are, as we will continue to tell you until this one takes her dying breath, you are the physical manifestation of all that is, the physical manifestation of your non-physical aspects. That means you are the physical manifestation of your soul, the physical manifestation of your higher self, the physical manifestation of your higher self's higher self, the physical manifestation of your higher self's higher self's higher self, and on and on and on and on, all the way back to the beginning of time. You are the physical manifestation of Source, the physical manifestation of God. And the way that you fulfill your purpose is through the body vehicle. And through connecting, through your vibration, to your non-physical aspects that then feed you the creative ideas to bring that out into the world, to be that in the world. But simply the simplest way to be the change that you're here to make is to continue to raise your vibrational frequency. Raise, 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 become one with your God self. And then act like that in everything that you do. You understand? Beautiful. Hello, Tina Lorraine. Thank you for joining us. Hello, Shani. Let us know if you have any questions, or let me know what you hope to receive from this experience over the next couple of days. Hi, Michelle Ratcliffe. Nice to see you always. Hello, Cassie. Yes, exactly, Michelle. Realizing your own wisdom here now. Beautiful. Cheryl, hello. Lisa, hello. Tina. So Tina has a question saying, having trouble knowing what my purpose is. So Tina, we have just expressed to you what your fundamental purpose is. And if you follow that purpose, if you continue to raise your vibrational frequency, connect yourself into those non-physical aspects that we call God, or all that is, or your angels, or your guides, whatever you want to express that as, and start to trust those aspects, which comes along with trusting yourself. Self-love, self-trust, raise your vibrational frequency, allow yourself to receive guidance from your non-physical aspects. You're the physical manifestation of those physical aspects. You physically manifested here on earth at this time in order to do something in the world, or to be something in the world. It could simply be to be the vibration of love, to be the vibration of peace, and to take that everywhere that you go. Now, from that, allow yourself to receive the knowledge of your purpose. And of course, if necessary, seek out those like us who can point you in the direction more clearly, specifically, one-on-one toward your purpose and how to do it in the world. In other words, connect with those who have strong connection to non-physical and yet have brought it into their reality, manifested it into their physical form, bringing the two together so that we can communicate with your non-physical aspects, which are the same as everybody else's, but pull on that line that is directly pointed at you and tell you, do this and this and this, so to speak. So we hope that answers your question. Shani, I've been feeling braver than usual, like I want to start new classes, but I have so many choices, don't know where to start. Beautiful, what a beautiful thing to have choices. If we were you, we would write a list of those choices, and we would, we like to make a little joke here and say, we would channel Marie Kondo and say, which one sparks the most joy? And do that one first. And then further down the track, which one sparks the most joy now? And do that one. You see? Any advice for me, Michelle, where to start? Wanting to set up my own offerings and put myself out there, I so hold myself back and get distracted with life in my vehicle more this year. Investing in my vehicle more this year. Beautiful. So important, Michelle. So important that we do invest in our physical form, or our vehicle, as we've been calling it. So important that we start to truly understand that, look, we wouldn't need this physical body if non-physical could come and do what it wants to do in the world, which is to change the world. So we manifest this physical form in order to do that. And again, just reiterating what we've already said, and I'm sure you heard, Michelle, the job to do, if you want to call it a purpose for right now, that will lead you to your greater purpose, or that will unwrap your gifts for you so that you can serve them to the world, is to continue to work on raising your vibrational frequency, raising your vibrational frequency. A very important part of raising your vibrational frequency is to go into the dark, to look at the shadow, to work on what you need to clear in order to become that which you already are, but that which you're not allowing yourself to be. Cheryl, I've been feeling a little lost with my work. Any guidance on finding how to move through the low point I'm feeling? Cheryl, it is purely and completely confidence. You are on purpose. We've spoken to you previously about not truly understanding what you're creating through the work that you do, and you've stepped into that a bit more. You're starting to understand that a bit more. But we want to say to you, there is so much more. We want you to own that. It's the confidence, you see. We want you to understand that you're the manifestation of exactly what we've been talking about. You raise your vibrational frequency, your soul is already there, you're catching up with your soul. Through doing so, this work channels through you, and now we want you to let go of the human needing to understand how. Let go of your human need to know how it creates change in the world. Just know that it does, otherwise why would you be doing it? Because you are a change maker. It's what you came for. You have this activated DNA. Just allow your human self to step slightly to the left side, and don't worry too much about the how. How is it doing this? How is it changing the world? Just know that it is. Otherwise, why would you be doing it? Oh, beautiful, Shani. I'm glad that you can go and write your list. Beautiful. Cassie, I have a feeling I want to get back into life. Yes. Okay, so Cassie, I want to say something here, right? I want you right now to just drop that. To drop that judgment that you're having around yourself, because it's not at all as though you were riding a beautiful white horse and you were spooked and you fell off into the mud. Not at all. Not at all. a better expression for it for you would be to say that life gave you a gift that doesn't look like all the gifts you've been receiving up to this point, but it is a gift nonetheless. There's no judgment around it. There's no, you haven't done anything wrong. You are simply still traveling through this gift that has been given to you in order to emerge, in order to come out the other side in an even greater Cinderella carriage, so to speak, to draw on the analogy of the beautiful white horse. What we're saying to you is that step into, not even step into, but float into, allow yourself to just simply lie back and relax into the truth that life is happening for you. It didn't stop happening for you when it was going, life was happening for me and then it stopped happening for me. And at some point I want it to start happening for me again. That's not how it happens. Life happens for you the whole way through. It's only your perception of what's happening that takes you on that spiral, that takes you on that I'm doing something wrong, that takes you on that I want to get back what I had. You'll never get back what you had. What you're moving toward is far greater than that. Alicia, I know the type of healing I want to do, but still question, am I ready? Okay, yeah. Yeah, shouldn't I? Am I ready for the channeling, or should I keep working on my foundation? Beautiful questions, Alicia Rose, and questions that most people have. Now, here's the truth of the matter. If you fully 100% trusted yourself, you'd just be doing it. So what I'm saying to you is that there's a level of not trusting yourself. In other words, there's a level of not knowing yourself as enough. So if we were to advise working on anything, we would say to you, work on knowing yourself as enough. Now, it's not that there's a lump of not enough inside of you at all. There's no lump of that inside of you. You came into this world perfect and you haven't changed a bit since then. What you've done is you've started to take on beliefs around experiences that you've had from people around you and all of these sorts of things. In other words, what we're saying to you is when we look at you from our perspective, you're already doing the work. You're already healing those around you. You're already healing yourself. And of course, it always starts with yourself. So just keep doing what you're doing. And then you get to decide, because you are the physical manifestation of the non-physical. You get to decide, do I want to do that training? Would it make me feel better? Would I be happier doing that? Will it spark joy if we continue to use that? Is that something I want to do? And if I want to do it, then that's what I'm going to do. That's an aspect of trusting yourself. If I want to do it, then I've got to trust that I want to do it because I should be doing it. So make the decision yourself. Now, most people only ask us this question if they don't necessarily want to do it, but there's a lingering belief system back here that says you must have the certificate, that says you must be able to prove to people what you're doing, that says you are not enough yet. Maybe you'll be enough when you get the certificate. Maybe you'll be enough when more money comes in. Maybe you'll be enough when that man turns up and pulls you up onto his white horse and rides off with you into the happily ever after. No. You're enough. You are enough already. There's nothing missing from you. But you get to choose whether you go and have these little adventures. And this is why we said right at the beginning about the fun of it, about your purpose not being about work, it's about fun. And however that shows up for you. Your purpose is service. And if you can make your service fun, there's nothing better than that. And it's supposed to be fun. We did a little tangent there, but I hope that helps. Thanks, Cheryl. Excuse me, I just need to take some water. Monica, hello, great. Yes, so Monica's just saying she'd like to take steps to realise and release fears and move forward to be able to embrace all of herself and to be more of service. This is beautiful. Now, here's the thing. When you are activating your Changemaker DNA, which you've been doing for a while, I see that, the law of attraction, look, we all know the law of attraction is the truth, right? But we treat the law of attraction as if it's something we need to believe in, as if it's something that we need to activate in some way. Now, when you activate your Changemaker DNA, you send a signal out to your non-physical aspects and to God to say, I'm ready to serve. Now, anything that would stop you serving is then going, or anything that would stop you from unwrapping your gift and giving it to the world will come up in some way, shape or form in order for you to look at it and to release it. Right? Because that's what you came here to be. And you've been playing in this less than and forgotten that you are already more than enough, that you're already perfect. You were born that way and you haven't changed. So, here's what I want to say to you about that. You've asked, as per the law of attraction, ask, believe, receive. You've asked simply by the desire for it. And I know it's been a long, it's not just a desire today. You've had this desire. Through your desire, you have asked. The universe has done what it does, or your non-physical aspects, let's call it that, your God self, your non-physical aspects, your higher self, your soul, your angels, your guardians, your guides, have all said, yes, Monica, yes, jumped up and down with joy and excitement, all got together and said, let's get this done, let's get this done. Right, you go and you pull up all the fears that she's facing. Let's get them cleared up. Let's clear them up for her. But first of all, we have to bring it up so that we know what's there. And you there go and start giving her ideas about how to do business or how to create change in the world in some way, the way that we pre-planned. I'm getting a bit carried away. But basically what happens is this. You ask, the universe says yes. Okay, ask, believe, receive. So first of all, you have to know that as an absolute truth, that when you ask, it is given. When you ask, your non-physical aspects come rushing to give it to you. Now, if you're not receiving it, if you're not naturally clearing out these things, it is because you are not in a space of receiving. And of course, there's lots of things around the space of receiving. You need to create a beautiful environment to receive all of this stuff into. So you need to be willing to look at what comes up for you and look at it until it's gone, or until it's tamed, or until it's gotten quiet, or until it said, hey, I just remembered, I don't mean anything, so I'm going to go off. You've got to be willing to clean up everything in your life that doesn't match who you will be in the future. So anyone in your life who is treating you badly, that is not capable of changing, you need to release them. We're talking about boundaries, we're talking about getting your life in order. And so this is a natural process that happens when you, as the physical manifestation of all that is, says, hey, all that is, I'm ready to serve my purpose. All that is says, well, here we go then. This is going to be a rocky ride for a little while. But leave it with us. Trust us. In other words, trust yourself. Allow yourself to float down the river, as our friend Abraham often says. And we'll do all the work for you. Just trust that it's being done. And get on with serving in whichever way you can in the meantime. Yes? So we hope that helps, Monica. This is really cool. I'm so glad this is being recorded because there's stuff on here that I need to hear. Svetlana, beautiful. Hello. Svetlana. Okay. So you're saying you feel lost, overwhelmed with fear. Keep asking yourself, what is your purpose? What we want to suggest to you at this point is that you stop trying to figure out what your purpose is and just start being your highest self in the world. Your purpose will be revealed when you are that. It is your purpose to be your highest vibration, to take that out into the world. It is your purpose as the physical manifestation of all that is, to connect with your non-physical aspects, to allow them into your world, to raise your vibrational frequency, to be the vibration of love and peace and joy and happiness, and to be that in the world through whichever way you choose to. It could simply be, as Jesus did, walking around the earth, sharing God's message through speaking. It could be, as so many authors, sharing God's message through words on paper. It could be through teaching small humans to be in joy. It could be through serving those who are serving in a greater way. In other words, you could choose any job you wish to, whatever the human likes to do, and you could bring your whole high vibrational self to it, and you will change the world. That's how simple it could be, and you all make it so complicated. We hope that helps. Lisa, every message that we're sharing is for you and for everybody. Thank you, Monica. Patty Ann, hello, darling. Lovely to see you. Yes, Michelle, everyone's questions are mine too. Michelle has just acknowledged that, and we find this every single time we speak, that everyone in the room receives the answers that they're seeking, even if they don't know they're seeking them. So we will answer everybody's questions, but if we don't answer a question that you have specifically, the answer will be in the recording somewhere. Yeah, Cassie, that is beautiful. I love that. We were just speaking about being in your highest vibration and just being that in the world. Cassie's saying that customers at work just want to touch her this week. Well, that just simply suggests to me, Cassie, that you are stepping into this next level of you. You're stepping into this next level of you. We like to share the story of Jesus as you knew him. And we like to say that you are all capable, as he often said, of doing what he did. You're only, the way to do that is for you to raise your vibrational frequency as high as it could possibly be, to reconnect with your non-physical aspects or God, and to be that in the world, which is what he did. You see, he created healing moments, he created manifestation moments, all through being his highest vibration and trusting himself above all others, trusting himself, knowing himself as the Son of God, or in other words, as the physical manifestation of God. Now, please understand, we use the word God. We're getting more and more comfortable with it through this one because she told us not to. She's now comfortable with it, and we're going to use it more and more and more and more as the word to express the beginning of time, to express the source from which all of it came, you see. And so you can swap it with any word you choose, but one day you will come to the same word. We know this. It happens to everybody because it is the true source. Now, we move on. Thank you, Cassie. Trina, please just watch. Anybody who's just got a general question, have you got anything to share with me? Just know that everything that we've said here, within that is the answer that you're seeking. Okay. Oh, phew. All right. I can't see that we have any other questions. If anybody else has a question, please pop it in now because if you have any questions about what we've shared about your purpose, because that's what we really wanted to talk about today, about what's holding you back. Let me just say that the purpose of this gathering over today, tomorrow, and the next day is twofold, interestingly enough, because from the non-physical aspect, the purpose of this gathering is to activate you into stepping into your greatness. We're not going to say activate you into your greatness, because you are already that. You are already that. We are just here to remind you and to activate that within you, to activate within you what you already are, to activate within you the gift that you are to the world, to activate within you greater desire to start to be that in the world, and less letting fear get in the way. And by fear, we mean anything at all that would stop you from being who you truly are in the world. Anything at all. Anything at all. There's so much. Each of you choose to express it differently, but we're going to call it fear. So that's the non-physical perspective of this gathering. And we do this by answering your questions directly, tapping into your energy. We are all one, of course, because we all go back to the beginning of time, or God, and there is one God, and we are physical manifestation of that. We're all one. So we bring together, collectively tap into all of the energy streams that are here present and answer your calling. Otherwise, we would not show up, you see. We're answering your calling. We don't make the decision to come here. We answer your calling. And so that's from the non-physical perspective. And of course, from the human perspective, from Anne's perspective, from me, this is about showing you what's possible for you, but also showing you what's possible for you by working further with me. Because I'm here to serve the world. I'm here to serve the world. By that I mean you. I'm here to serve. And I know that more and more and more every single day. I am here to serve whatever needs to be served through me. I make myself available to the non-physical to serve whoever is calling out for help. And so if that's you, this is an opportunity for me to say to you that, of course, I help people through these sorts of things. I help people to find their purpose quite often. When I'm in a session with the client, I will be able to just simply say, hey, this is what you're here to do, and this is how you can do it. And almost lay out a business plan for them, so to speak, and marketing and all of those sorts of things. So if that's something you need help with, you need to contact me and reach out, and I'll give you all the details. You know, if you really are stuck in the fears, in the not enoughness, in the not knowing what to do next, all of that sort of stuff, perhaps just a very quick session with me will help you with that. And if you're someone who wants some longer term things, we've also got large coaching programs, but also smaller. So there's two aspects here, and this is the point that I'm making. We are all physical manifestation of non-physical, and it's time to stop keeping them separate. It's time to stop thinking that we're just this little human being and then there's this stuff outside of us that is more trustworthy than myself. It's actually a team. We're here to bring the two together. That's the whole point of this evolution that we're going through. And so that's what I'm demonstrating here, is that they come through and do what they are here to do, which is to serve you purely and unconditionally. And they serve me through doing that, because that's how I earn my living as well. So I don't know why we're talking about that. That's just weird. But if anybody else has any questions, just let me know. Oh, okay. So Patty Ann, okay, Patty Ann, my show, coaching, MC, etc. So much energy. Which one first? Patty Ann, I feel almost like I don't even want you to choose. There's no choice. There's no choosing here. There's no choosing here. There's no choosing here, Patty Ann. There's no choosing. There's no choosing. They're all you. If we say, okay, I'm Patty Ann, and these are the things that I do, but I want you to look at it like this: I'm Patty Ann, and these are the things that I am. Got it? Bring them in. Bring them into your energy field. They're not separate things out there that you do. They are part of who you are in the world. And so you get to choose whichever one feels like fun at the time. Again, that Marie Kondo thing is in my head all the time. Does it spark joy? And we know all of those things do, and so much more. Just be who you are in every single moment. Whether you're doing that or doing this or doing something else altogether, it's about you being who you are in that moment. Right? Hope that makes sense. All right, I think we're done. Anybody else? There's a few more minutes left if anybody wants to. I had scheduled in a whole hour. I shall have a bit of water and stick around. We'll just do a little closing activation as well. Okay. Monica, I see there's something else. Okay, I want to be able to connect to my non-physical aspects more clearly and consistently. What is the best way to move forward with this? Sometimes I have heard, sometimes I have seen, sometimes I just may know, but it is not consistent. Well, here's the thing. When you are thinking about your non-physical aspects as being separate from you, it won't be consistent because they'll be trying to get through. I'm saying they, and yet I'm also saying it's not separate than you, right? I know that's probably effing with your head because it is that and it is this. It's this paradoxical world that we live in. And the more you step into this, the more you'll see the paradox in absolutely everything that you do. So when you truly embody those non-physical aspects of you, or in other words, when you truly know yourself as all that is, or know yourself as God, as the physical manifestation of God, in other words, not separate from God, you can then start to determine the best way for you to receive. But let me tell you something, there is no best way to receive. There is no consistent way to receive when you are simply in trust of yourself and your non-physical, that when you're in your highest vibration, whoever you're standing in front of, whatever they need to hear will come through you in whatever way it's going to come through. And you, because you trust yourself, allow it to come through. So I hope that helps. Now, the other thing, of course, is to have those conversations with yourself and your non-physical and say, hey, you know what? I really love, and let me tell you, this works. Ask, it is given. It's up to you to learn how to receive and to have the capacity to receive it. If it's true that you ask and it is given, then it's absolutely true that if you say, all right, you know what? It might be fun. You know what I'd like? I'd like to be able to heal people with my hands. In doing that, in saying that, you activate that. Can you feel that right now? Some of you feeling that in your hands. I know I am. In other words, Monica, specifically for you, what we're saying is decide how you'd like to receive it and ask for it to be delivered that way. And then when you receive it being delivered that way, don't dismiss it, acknowledge it and say, oh my God, I got what I asked for. Life is so magical. The law of attraction truly works for me. I'm an amazing manifester. You see what we're doing here? There's something within your energy field that in the past perhaps has dismissed things that you've asked for. And when we dismiss things that we ask for, we stop noticing that we're getting what we ask for. Oh, okay. I'm all flip side. Okay. Right. Got it, Patty Ann. That's brilliant. Thank you, Cheryl. Yes, Monica. Beautiful. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. What I want to do is invite you just to, again, just close your eyes for a moment. We're just going to work on raising your vibrational frequency and bringing you closer with your non-physical aspects. Just breathe and relax. There's nothing you need to do. Allow yourself to receive. And we are done. Thank you. Come back tomorrow. We will see you tomorrow. We will talk more. We will guide more. We will provide answers. Thank you.